Hi everyone, this is Mrs. Reese, your EL and social studies teacher. I just wanted to walk everyone through what we're going to plan on using as a graphic organizer for our project, specifically our 5-paragraph essay. We're going to be completing one of these organizers that you see right here for each paragraph. So what we're going to write on the bottom here is the topic sentence. All right, the topic sentence is the first sentence in your paragraph. It explains what you're going to be talking about. It gets the reader interested. And so we're going to be writing that down here as pre-writing before we actually start our paragraph. Then you see these support columns. It says supporting detail number 1, supporting detail number 2, and supporting detail number 3. What you're going to be doing is following along in your packet and copying down the main details in the packet. And I'm going to show you an example of that after I explain this. Then you see these boxes here. You can think of these as like pictures or paintings on a wall inside the house. So obviously this is a house. This is example number 1 that supports the detail, the first detail. Example number 2, example number 3, and 4 if you have that many. You don't have to fill these up, but the more examples in your writing, the better. And that's kind of how this goes. This is going to be the format. It's going to make your writing a lot smoother and easier to get your thoughts down, because sometimes writing a paragraph and especially writing an essay can be kind of scary if you don't have the organization. And so this organizer will help us get that experience. So when we're looking at our packets that we all completed in 3rd quarter, these are our research packets, you're going to have something that looks sort of like this. So this is an example of the leaders and dissidents packet. Now you might have a different packet. You might have athletes and mystics, inventors, events, or people groups, but the main idea is that each paragraph is going to correspond with a part. So here's an example of Toussaint Louverture. Probably didn't say that correctly, but this is basic information. So I'm going to walk us through what the first paragraph might look like. So I have the information here. When were they born? When did they die? Where were they born? And they're most known for being from Haiti or wherever your person is from. One thing that they are known for, being a former slave. Another thing that they're known for is being a leader in the slave revolt in Haiti. And it's important because this person helped freed people earn wages and freedom in Haiti. So this is very, not a lot of details, but this might look something similar to yours. And you're going to kind of want to add a little bit more examples within your paragraph. So moving on to my blueprint for writing, this is how I filled out my information about Toussaint Louverture. So I wrote down here a topic sentence. I said Toussaint Louverture, the son of an educated slave, was an amazing and awe-inspiring leader. Now, this topic sentence is going to lay a foundation, just like this house does, lay a foundation for my paragraph. Okay, so we know that he was the son of an educated slave and he was a leader, a very good leader. So I used some adjectives there. Now, when I'm looking at the first supporting detail, I simply wrote when or where were they born and when or where did they die. This, if you look here, is the same let's see here. It's the same question in your packet. So I simply took this information and I put it into my organizer right here. Okay, so this you can use right from your packet, and then I wrote an example. So this is when they were born and where, and when they died and where they died. Okay, now moving on to the second pillar would be our second supporting detail. What country are they most connected to? Now, if you're getting the idea here, this is this question right here, and I would simply answer what I found out. Now, I did say Haiti. That's all I put in my packet, but I also looked up a little bit more information, because this is where I said if you want to add more details, more examples in these little boxes, that's good, because it's going to give you more to write about. So he was also the leader of the Haitian independence movement, and that happened to be during the French Revolution in 1787 to 1799. Now moving on, the last pillar, the last supporting detail would be, what are they known for? And if we look at the packet, what are they known for? So that's where you're going to fill in your final pillar. I said that he is a former slave. He was freed in 1776. He was a livestock handler. He was a healer, a coachman, and a steward. And this information is extra. So I went in and I had to look up a little bit more information. If you find that your packet gets a little repetitive, I highly recommend going back in and finding some more details. And hopefully you wrote down your sources, your websites, so that you can go back and refer to that. I also added that he helped lead a slave revolt in August of 1791. That's a little more detail than I had in my packet, and that he used guerrilla warfare to lead that revolt. He also helped free slaves in Haiti and allowed them to work and earn wages. So those are my 3 examples for my last supporting detail. Now, up on the top here, the little roof of your organizer here, this is my last sentence. So this is the concluding sentence. And I said, Louverture worked hard to contribute to the Haitian Revolution while creating connections to other European nations. So this sentence, your concluding sentence, should wrap it all up. You can certainly use the topic sentence as a guide to create your concluding sentence. You honestly can start with your topic sentence and your concluding sentence at the same time, because they're kind of saying the same thing, but in different, in a different format, in different words, a different pattern. So I'm going to show you now my example of a paragraph. Okay, so here is my first paragraph. Okay. And so obviously this is going to flow together into an essay, a 5-paragraph essay. This happens to be just the first paragraph. So let me read it for you. Toussaint Louverture, the son of an educated slave, was an amazing and awe-inspiring leader. He was born in Bredna, Haiti in 1743. He died April 7th, 1803 in Fort du Déjou, France. He is mostly associated with the nation of Haiti, though he worked with various nations, including France, Britain, and Hispaniola, current-day Dominican Republic. The reason he is connected to Haiti was because he was an important and influential leader in the Haitian independence movement, which happened during the same time the French Revolution was happening. Louverture is known best for being a former slave who was freed in 1776. He worked first as a livestock handler, then a healer, a coachman, and eventually a steward. He is also known to be a leader in a slave revolt in August 1791. He utilized guerrilla warfare and was a successful military leader. He contributed to society by allowing for former slaves to earn wages and trade as free people. Toussaint Louverture worked hard to contribute to the Haitian Revolution while creating connections to other European nations. Now, if you're making any connections here, this would be our topic sentence, okay? And it's the same right down here, all right? And then if we are looking for our first supporting detail, here it is, and here it is. When and where were they born, and where and when did they die? So that's there as well. And then these are our sort of examples. Okay, then it asks us what country are they mostly connected to? We said Haiti, and then I added in some information here. He is mostly associated with the nation of Haiti, though he worked with various nations including France, Britain, and Hispaniola, current-day Dominican Republic. And the reason he was connected to Haiti was because he was an important and influential leader in the Haitian independence movement. And so you can see that this entire paragraph follows the same format as our graphic organizer. We're going to complete one of these organizers for each 5 paragraphs in your essay. Eventually this becomes very easy because you learn where to put certain components of the paragraph. This is meant to help you. It is not meant to confuse you. So if you have any questions, please ask your teacher, and please utilize this resource for a well-organized paragraph and essentially essay. Good luck.